Ready to take off podcast and ain't
Ready to
done.
take off.
This how I'm gonna give it to him. Look.
Yeah.
30 and the 40, bitches real life, this ain't Call of Duty.
Okay.
Flashlights and attachments, gun look like it came straight out of the movie. This shit ain't for show. Try your hand, I bet you fucking lose it.
Yo, this your boy Jimbo _KUTZ 910, and you're now rocking with Ready to Take Off the podcast. And I got a very special guest in the building. Hey, yo, it took us a little minute to get this together. Bro, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule just to sit down with me. So look, I salute you, and I appreciate you, Michael. Thanks for having me. I got Wavvy Jones in the building, man. And if y'all not familiar, y'all got to get familiar, man. Just fresh off Wu Tang American Saga. He's been in Unsolved, playing Biggie. You can catch him doing Warren Sapp and Young Rock. Hey, yo, appreciate you being here, bro.
Thanks for having me, for sure.
Hey, yo, Wavvy, I'm going to jump off. I want to go straight to the beginning. Take me to the people that's not familiar, where you from, and let me get young Wavvy, like Wavvy as a kid.
Oh, man. Young Wavvy was very creative, man. Always wanted to be an artist when I started rapping when I was 5 years old, because I was in school. We was in like kindergarten, not kindergarten, daycare, doing poetry. They introduced us to it, and I was like, man, I like that. I started from there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just doing that with that. I mean, I used to rap in the church. I used to rap different dinners and stuff like that. I was doing lip sync battles when I was a kid, so I always knew I was creative, and that's back home in Long Island, New York. My mom, she moved out here to Spring Lake when I was maybe 13, 14, and I've been back and forth here ever since. So I went to school at Palm Forest, and I'm saying real crafted in this area, if I may say so myself. Yeah, man, music has been my life. It's been my art. And, I eventually transferred into the acting when I was young, too. I got that. Matter of fact, I took theater arts in 8th grade back in Texas, and I feel like that sparked something to actually want to even do the acting thing.
So you said you started off about 5 or 6 years old. You was already into the music.
Yeah.
Poetry, rapping.
Yeah. What Eric Sermon came on, he was on Martin's movie, I think it's The Worst That Can Happen, or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, old buddy, he's still the ring from he going to the house trying to get the ring back.
Yeah, and Just Like Music came on, and I was like, yo, like I was going crazy about the song or whatever. My mom was like, he's from Long Island. That's all she had to say, and I was like, you could do that? And it just transferred into doing the music, man. And
sparked something in you as a young boy. You feel like you could do it too?
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Just seeing that representation, you know what I mean? Not knowing that many people, because when you hear music in New York, you think, you know what I mean, everybody in Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and all that, but seeing somebody come off the island and do it, and plus Rakim, it was a no-brainer. I knew it was something I definitely can do.
So being from Long Island, how was it like growing up, your early years being in Long Island, like a big city?
Long Island was dope, man. I love Long Island. I had a love-hate relationship for so long because we had never left the state. So we was always in Long Island and in the city. And it's like, man, I want to leave. I want to see what else is out there. Even from a young kid, I was a dreamer. I know something is out there. I want to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So just growing up in Long Island, you know what I'm saying? My family, my mom, my brother, we was in shelters, and you know what I'm saying? We was going through that struggle with everything. I mean, my pop wasn't really around, and that's what we really had. You know what I'm saying? Mom's, just doing her best to raise me and my brother to be strong young men, man. And we still is, so she did a great job.
Can you remember, like, the shelter nights, what age you think you was at the time?
The shelter. I remember, I think I went to shelters when we were young, matter of fact, when I learned to do poetry, we was in a shelter. That was 5, you know what I'm saying? And we got out, we went back in, and we got out. It was like a constant up and down battle with that. But it was like 5 when I first went to the shelter.
Being so young, do you feel like you was more advanced than kids your age?
I always felt like that. Because I had a greater appreciation for life because of what I seen my mom going through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, just have different things to resort to. My mom wasn't playing that. Us out in the street, none of that. There was none of that. So when you know, like just seeing her go through that, watching the people I love struggling and go through things like that, I felt like I had to mature a little bit quicker. And especially because my grandmother wasn't having that neither. She was in the Kingdom Hall and keeping us locked into all of that. So I felt like, you know what I mean, I had to grow up a little bit faster than a lot of people. So even still, like, I carry myself a lot different than a lot of people, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know you said 13 that y'all moved to Spring Lake.
Yeah.
From Long Island.
Yeah.
Tell me like the culture shock, because I know you're going from like a fast pace, and now you could be somewhere where you're gonna consider it the country where everybody knows everybody, a small town type feel.
Yeah.
How was the adjustment if you can remember when you first touched down?
Man, his kids did not like me. They didn't like me. I ain't no front. They didn't.
Take me to it at 13, like that's what, middle school you went, 7th grade maybe?
No, when I got here, I just turned 14 that summer, I want to say.
Okay.
So I got here in the summer, I was 13, and I went to the 9th grade. So I did 9th to 11th at Pond Forest. And, man, that was, why you looking at me like I'm lying? Am I lying? Is that, 14, right? Yeah, I went to the 9th grade here, and it was different, man. It was like, it was a big culture shock. It's funny you said that. Now, Long Island is kind of country. You know what I'm saying? Being out there, you would see the occasional farms and stuff like that. But being out here was like, they speak different. I was scared to raise my hand in class, and the kids was like, you got a different accent, you know? Yeah, kids are, you know what I'm saying? So, it was definitely that, and going through that. Kids just randomly trying to start stuff with me. You know what I mean? I remember when I first got here, my brother got into some beef with some kids, and it was out of nowhere. It's like, man.
How much older is your brother?
My brother is 31. I think he's 31. I'm 28.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, got into something as soon as I got here. So it was like no time to really see the lay of the land. Now I went to school, and I just inherited this beef that I had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? So it was that. We was outnumbered. It was just a lot of stuff going on, man. But eventually, I found my footing, you know what I'm saying, of trying to go out there and find the wrong things to get into, just
right.
Feel like, you know what I mean? And then I know, I was like, yeah, that shit ain't me, dog. I'm just, you know what I mean? Just be who I am, just keep doing what I do.
Was it like real slow pace where like you're bored and nothing to do coming from up north to down here?
I mean, I'm a boring person anyway. So, you know what I mean? I found a way to go to the library and do different things. Like, I enjoy just spending time with myself, just with the family. So I've never been a person to really be out and about with a bunch of people I don't know and stuff like that. But yeah, I found my foot and found ways to do things. I eventually got on. That's when MySpace was popping. I found a way to get on there and network. Yes, you know, I started networking with different people that was doing things in the neighborhood or the different studios and stuff like that. I'm finding studios and stuff. And I was a 14-year-old kid looking for the studios in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I connected with a few brothers, man, and that's where everything started to make sense. My best friend, Brad El Kaki, he's on YouTube. I want to link y'all up.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. I want to link y'all up too. Brett, he's doing his thing on YouTube. He went by Little Man out here at the time. He was making music. He was linked in with Soulja Boy and all of them. You know what I'm saying? At that time, so we linked up, a couple of my people, and we just started making music out here too.
So you was about 14, and so like you went to the studio and really decided, to do the music thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? I was already doing it back home. We was already doing it. We was finalists in a McDonald's Gospel Fest when I was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we had found the studio. My brother was like my hype man. We go around all the churches and stuff like that, rapping in the church. And you know what I'm saying? So coming out here, I didn't have that. I didn't know who was doing what. And that's what made me get on MySpace and look around. I found some kids in school that was making music. Rest in peace to King DZ. Me and him that worked. And I just started finding my footing with the music thing. Just had a straight and narrow on that.
Did you end up graduating from Pine Forest?
No.
Or what?
I went.
If you want to talk about it, what happened with high school? Did you ever graduate from high school?
Yeah, I graduated from high school. I graduated from high school when I was 17. I went back home. It was a recurrence because my dad graduated from the high school, my brother graduated, and I was like, well, don't leave me to be the the last Jones that don't get a chance to graduate from Brentwood High School. So I went back home. I was staying with my grandfather, and I graduated from school out there. And that's what's up. Yeah.
The acting thing.
Mhm.
Did you take like official acting classes? And when would you say like you got into acting officially?
We did a short film around here called Something's Gotta Give in 2016. And that was him by my bro, Bradell Kaki. He's the one that put that together. It was me, Moray, you know what I mean? And Showtime, a couple cats from the neighborhood. We came together and did the short film. Now, I never did acting classes or nothing, but I remember I was going through something like really serious in 2000. The end of 2016, I fell into this deep depression, man. And I seen this brother named 3030 he was up on Facebook and he was rhyming to the Ready or Not Be. And when I seen him yeah, okay, yeah, he was rhyming to that joint. And I seen him, I got inspired. I was like, yo, I'm about to rhyme to that too, man. I mean, I wrote it. It was the quickest I ever remember to rhyme in my life. You know what I'm saying? I got out there, and started rapping that joint. And I put it online. First 30 seen it, he shared it, started showing it love. Then everybody out here started showing it love. Then some dude seen you on there and was like, yo, you remind me of Big. You know what I'm saying? Then he sent me the audition. He was looking for Pac, for Puff, and for Big to do the audition for the role.
Now I know that Unsolved, it came out on USA. That was like 2018 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you saying this is around 2016 where they?
This was the beginning of 2017.
Okay.
So I got that audition in January, the end of January, heading into February.
How many people was up for the role when you went out to the audition?
There's a lot of people. I auditioned from a tape though. I sent in a tape. So they told me there was a lot of people. They was up day and night looking for the person. They seen me, and they was like, I think that's him. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man, because I looked at it the other day. I said, I don't know what the hell they seen. I looked at it the other day. I was like, I don't know what they seen. But thank God they seen whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And I remember going into the building because I did the audition out here on the tape. I sent it in, didn't think nothing about it.
Right.
I want to say 2 days later, I got a call from this woman named Mia at the casting office, and she was like, the producers of Who Shot You seen your tape, and they want to fly you out to test for the role. You know what I mean? Me and my husband was like, this shit is a scam. Like, this ain't...
Yeah, they trying to play me.
You know how people do, man, online. So it was like they trying to get me. So I had my people, I had Miss Jackie and a few other people in the neighborhood look at it, and they was like, it looks kind of, you know what I'm saying? It looks right. My mom was like, it look cool. So we sent it in, started getting information. They start getting on the phone or whatever. We was talking to them, and we start sounding official, but I didn't want to believe nothing until I got a ticket, man.
Right.
So when I seen that first class ticket, I said, it's official. You're going out there. You know what I'm saying? I went, flew me out there.
Hey, wait, hold on. When you first get the call, like, hey, we about to fly you out, describe that feeling, man.
It felt like something that got lifted off my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It felt like the universe, like the Most High is finally starting to work in my favor about something.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I told you I fell into a deep depression at that time, feeling like nothing was happening. I remember I was saving up money to move to California, you know what I'm saying, to go do my rap thing.
Yeah.
And that's around the time the hurricane, what hurricane was that, man? It's one of them hurricanes hit Spring Lake in Fayetteville, man, and I had a GoFundMe. I was selling CDs and stuff like that, and the hurricane that hit this area, Cumberland County.
Yeah.
He was selling, but, you know what I'm saying, the hurricane that hit the area, and I was like, we're just gonna take the money out to GoFundMe and try to see whatever materials we can get. So I was buying different materials, and I was gathering around with the different organizations out here, and I ended up giving the money that I had to that. I went out to New York with my uncle. We was in the Bronx. I was selling water out there. I got fired from my job. It was like crazy. So to get this call and these people are telling me they want to fly me out for a role, I was like, God, you working. Right, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. Just that opportunity. That was the test for the role. You know what I'm saying? That was just the test. I step in the building. I see the dude that played in Notorious. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm about to beat this, nigga. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you step in the building and they got Gravy in there and just came off the
building, yup.
Well, that role with Gravy, man, that's probably about 8 years, about an 8-year time difference, right?
And I watched from before. I seen the way his life changed from what he did. So I seen it was instant, like, yo, Gravy, ah. The brother was like, nah, we ain't talking right now. Like, you know what I mean? This is got the competition, you know what I mean? So that's what made me even get further in my bag, man. I was like, yo, whatever I can bring to the table, man, I'm about to bring it. And I just went in the room and did my thing, didn't think nothing of it. I knew he was in the room, so instantly I was like, man, he gonna give it to Gravy. It makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So
You already played him before.
yeah, he played him, goddamn spirit. Let him do his thing. I mean, I seen these two brothers sitting next to each other. It was Gravy and this other brother named Darius Love, and they just had that Pac and Biggie energy. And I was like, that'd be dope to see them play. I'm one of those people. I said, well, that'd be dope to see them do that. So I didn't think nothing of it. I went home, and 2 days later they called me and was like, you got the part. And that feeling right there, that took me over the top. Me and my mom was in the house bugging out. So, yeah, for sure, man. It was a great experience, though.
Listen, was y'all jumping up and down? I know y'all was, hey, we made it. I know it was like super excitement in that house, man.
Yeah, it was, man. It was. Just having that opportunity to feel accomplished and something, man. We've been doing this forever. My mom been supporting me forever. So to see I actually was able to do something was definitely a blessing.
So once you got that role, walk me through. What roles came after that one?
After that role, I think I did See You Yesterday, the Spike Lee produced film.
Okay.
Director Stephon Bristol. Yeah, See You Yesterday was after. I was auditioning still. I was auditioning when I got the role before I was even able to go back and start filming. You know what I'm saying? So I was still auditioning for different things. I kind of got into a groove of doing that. I got a manager, stuff like that. I was doing that. I got See You Yesterday. They called me to do the Magnum PI joint. I flew out to Hawaii to do that.
Hey, wait, what was the experience? You flying out to Hawaii, I know it's beautiful out there. Can you give us like a little walkthrough of it?
Man, bro, that right there was crazy because, of course, the driver came to the house to give me a game. Get on a plane, I'm flying to Hawaii. I get out, they got the little luau's and stuff like that. They put a lot, they got the music playing. So I was like, yo, I'm in Hawaii, dog.
Yeah.
This is crazy, you know what I'm saying? And meeting the cash and shit like that, that was dope. Yeah.
One of the shows that I like, and I'm fast forwarding a little bit, is Young Rock.
Yeah, where I play Russell Maryland.
Man, I'm sitting here, I'm watching Young Rock, and was you Warren Sapp in Young Rock?
Funny enough, I auditioned for Warren Sapp.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, they liked me, but they had somebody else they wanted to play Warren. So they got Russell, and they sent me another audition. I did that, and they was like, yeah. I went out to Australia to do that one.
What was the experience like? And did you get to actually meet the Rock? Can you get to chop it up with him at all?
I know it says to meet the Rock on that one because he was in Atlanta shooting a movie. I forgot what movie he was shooting. But we went out there and just got cool with the cash and all that. We had to quarantine for 14 days because, you know.
Yeah, COVID still fretting a little bit and everybody getting used to everything.
Yeah, but that was I'd never been that far. I think that was a 22-hour flight. I had never been that far in my life. So, yeah, to go out there and do that was crazy, man. Yeah.
And your most recent role that I'm sure everybody's seen, if they got a TV, I know they taking the show out. Emmy Award winning Wu Tang American Saga. They're doing an episode, and Raekwon and Ghostface, they talking about hustle a little bit and comparing their work to this, that, and the third. And they had a guy they had to go see. They had to go see Frank White, pretty much. So they do a little scene where they shoot to a cat that's kind of like Fat Joe. And then when they pan the camera, they get to Frank White. You in the white suit, man. You got the white hat on, man, looking like Biggie in his prime. And they got the back shot to you, and then they flip the camera around, boom, and you take off with the role. Explain the experience being on set and how you felt getting the role, getting the call for the role, and actually going through with the role.
I've been a fan of that show. I didn't know they was Emmy nominated until you just said that. But I had been a fan of that show since the beginning. So I was like, yo, like I definitely want to get an opportunity to work on that. So yeah. So when I got the call or whatever, I reached out to my boy Jonell. He played Jizza on the show. I got the call. I was like, yo, like they casting for a role. I'm gonna try it. He was like, whatever the role is, send it to me right now. I'm calling RZA. You know what I mean? So he reached out to RZA or whatever, and I just put the work and I did the audition. When I got on set that day, they made me cut my beard. But the thing was, what people are not understanding is it was a fictional universe. It wasn't Biggie, Big L, Nas. We was going by the mafia names, their personas that they use in their music. Right. Back in the 90s, everybody wanted to be the king of New York. So that's what that was. That's why I was able to keep my beard for the people asking, you know what I'm saying? But it was a different universe. We was able to do that. Working with Sadiq and working with Shamik, man, like I said, I've been a fan of their work for a minute. So being able to get on that joint and do my thing, I was crazy.
Yeah, man, that role, man, it was crazy. I'm like, yo, he really putting on for the city, man. Like, that's dope to see somebody. I know you from Long Island, but, you know what I mean, I was like, here too. Yeah, somebody like the crazy, you know what I mean? And they on the TV, it gives other people inspiration, like, yo, if that dude can do it, I can do it too. And you said you didn't have no formal training with the actor thing, man. We doing big things, so that has to be inspiration to other people as well, man.
So I get mad messages from cats in this area. It be some of the most gangster cats I ever known in my life to be like, yo, I'm trying to get on TV, you know what I mean? Like, so to know that I'm inspiring them, man, and people are. A brother stopped me, matter of fact, a brother stopped me the other day. I went to school with him. I forgot his name. But he was like, yo, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, man, you doing your thing. And he was like, yo, we watching. You know what I mean? Just that reassurance that everybody's watching, no matter who you are or what you didn't have in school, who you wasn't in school, man. Like, people are watching. People gonna watch regardless. So to know that I'm inspiring people from all walks of life is inspiring to me. Just keep going.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Wavy, can I get your top 5 rappers from all
Top
that?
5. Top 5. You got Big, you got Jay, you got Nas, you got Lauryn Hill, and I'm gonna get Cold World at that's 5th spot.
Ooh. Hey, well, that's a cold top 5. That's a cold top 5. And I know your age bracket, I thought you'd throw some other cats in there, but yeah, that's
Like,
pretty dope.
what you thought?
Man, I don't know. I'm thinking you going more of like the mumble rap type music, no disrespect to nobody. But you threw a lot of lyricists in there, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah. I like what they doing too, man. It's just I don't know, like that. That's when I fell in love with hip hop when they was rapping and talking about stuff. DMX and you know what I mean, those people that was really getting to something. Like I like that. So that's kind of the path that I follow.
Whereas more lyricism and the music had a little bit more. I felt it.
That's why I would listen to cats like Griselda and you know, like different people that's coming up. I'm really in tune with the underground scene, listening to a few of them, opposed to listening to, you know, and I salute what they doing too, but that's really what my preference, you know what I'm saying?
Music wise, do you got anything that you about to drop soon, or some music that people can be looking out for?
Yeah. We just dropped I Feel Like a Rapper. That's on a couple of the streaming sites. I can't say that Piff is they just shut that Piff down.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to that Piff, man. That's 20 years of music, man.
Right.
They had everybody with the mixtapes.
Yeah, so I lost a whole mixtape on there, 2 of them, 3 of them actually.
Piff, y'all gotta get my man's his mixtape back.
Right, run me my stuff, man. Run me my work, but yeah. So I forgot the question there though.
But the music, what you got coming out
so
next with the music?
Dropped I Feel Like a Rapper project. We got the Wu Tang Forever project coming out. That was up in Philly with the Vampires. We worked on that. Shout out to Chase Flow, DJ No Frills, B Collins. Worked on that. Now I got a few different projects with some underground hip hop artists about to come out. I'm working with some cats in the industry. We got mad things about to come out. New movie coming out the end of this year. No, coming out this summer. Michael Cera.
Okay.
And a couple of other joints. I'm actually about to shoot out to Wilmington in a few days. And I'm going to be working with my big bro Dom Santana that plays Suge Knight. He's a director now, so we're working on movies out there too. So,
yo, that is dope. Acting wise, can I get your top 5 actors if you can think of them?
Top 5 actors. That's Denzel. That's Will. I don't care about the slap. That's Will. That's Russell Hornsby. Adam Sandler. I'm gonna give Robert De Niro a fifth spot on.
Ooh. Yes, sir. That's some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Yo, Wavvy, I appreciate you, man. I know you busy. I know you headed out, I think you got Philly coming up and you doing some shows.
Philly.
Yo, tell them about that too, in case they're in the Philly area.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there March 22nd, Philly. Come through to the CEC building. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the music, we're gonna have the series playing, we're gonna have some networking going on. So if you're in the area, you wanna network, you wanna get up with me, make sure that you get me on March 22nd. We definitely gonna be in the building shutting it down with the Vampires, Chase Flow, DJ No Frills, Eli Lou, Takeoff Jones. We out there, man. The Vampires, man. We glow, Philly. For sure.
And listen, while I got Mama Jones in the building, we're not going to put her on camera, but I want to tell her thank you because I reached out to her. She said, reach out to him on Instagram, baby. And we was able to make this thing happen. So first and foremost, I want to tell her thank you. Wavvy Jones, I appreciate you, bro. You fresh off the show.
Yes, sir.
The show is fire.
Thank
You made a cameo and you represented for the Lake and Long Island. I appreciate you, bro. And I know you're a busy man. I appreciate your time and you taking a second out, man, just to chop it up with me, bro. You really appreciate it, G. And keep doing what you're doing. It's ready for Takeoff the podcast.
Ready for Takeoff.
Hey, yo, y'all check this episode out, man, and y'all follow that boy, Wavvy Jones.
Yeah. My God.